MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Marshfield Community Media's broadcast for the third round of the playoffs. Marshfield taking on their next opponent, Walpole High School, who just got a win to play Marshfield at home. If you were here with us last time, Marshfield with a dominant 15-1 win. It was an insane game by the Rams. Jake Dernier led up a shutout until the last minute, then he came out. Whole bunch of goals scored. John Sullivan had 4, and all the Rams were just dominant on offense. Pulling out the rest of my list here. Gibberti had 2. Sullivan actually had 6. Excuse me for that. It was Schofield who had 4. A lot of goal scorers all across that attack unit for the Rams getting ready to take on Walpole. Again, we thank you for joining us here on Marshfield Community Media. Unable to go live today, but the pre-record as both Dernier will run to his net, along with the goalie for Walpole is Justin Hutnick, number 99, and we're ready to get set here. It's Will Nicholson on the mic for you tonight, Heather Allen on the camera, and we have a great matchup coming for you today. Both these teams great all year. Marshfield 15-2, I believe, and Walpole 17-3. 15-3 for the Rams, as I just checked, as O'Brien wins that opening faceoff. McGetrick lost it momentarily, scoops it back up, and the Rams will get the touch to the 30. McGetrick will work it in, and a foul is called and a turnover early for the Rams on the back foot. That was a little bit of a problem for them last time around. When they're dominant on offense, when they can hold possession, that's when they're at their greatest. This is Hutnick will fire it out ahead. Taken away by the Rams and able to keep it in is McGetrick, whose name we're hearing early. Great move by O'Donoghue as Couples hit the turf momentarily off a check. Marshfield will get their touch, dump it off to Charlie Carroll. Rand will come in, and the Rams crowd into this one, knowing that this is where this team is dominant on this offensive attack unit. Tommy Carroll will come out, Gibberti will come in, and the Rams will just settle in with Gibberti. A minute down here early. And Marshfield settling in, working it all the way around as they usually do. Fire across, this is Couples behind the net. Couples makes a move, fire to Carroll, who was unguarded for a moment, but will just stick to swinging it. Working it all the way around. It'll find its way back to Couples. Spin move, reverse back in. Goes out in front. Gibberti rips a shot and scores. Just the way the game started a few days ago. John Gibberti finds the back of the net. First goal of the game. Marshfield on top 1-0. 10:30 remaining in the first. We mentioned these Rams will wear you down. Nick Couples just going back and forth around the back of that net. Finds Gibberti, who is not afraid to shoot. And just like that, Marshfield strikes early, just as they did in their last win versus BR. O'Brien take another faceoff. This has been another strong suit of the Rams. Gaining possession with O'Brien, he wins it. Instantly is going to get that touch to the 30. Will back up, and the Rams able to bring in subs. Carroll getting ready to come in. Charlie Carroll, that is. They fired a Couples. And McGetrick and Carroll will sub each other out, as well as O'Brien and Rand. And that Marshfield attacking unit takes the field once again. 2 minutes down, 10:05 remaining in the first. Rams by 1. And ready to get set. Gibberti comes in for O'Donoghue. And Rand will just slow this one down. Marshfield crowd and bench getting into it. Rand makes a move, gets face guarded, trying to get to that right side. walled off momentarily, will fire to Couples behind the net, who finds Sullivan. Sullivan with 100 career points. Scored in that last game. He reached 100. And only a sophomore for this Marshfield unit, so many years to come for him. A lot of games to be played. Already at that career 100. This is Gibberti, works inside. Lose it for a moment. Couples able to gather it up. Keep it alive for the Rams. They'll go to Carroll. Carroll wanted to pass, faked it, and now works the other way to Rand. Rand making a move, fires. It will go wide, and Marshfield actually unable to gain possession right there. So mass subs coming in once again. Carroll and O'Donoghue will come back in. Both the Carroll brothers sub each other out, and a turnover by Marshfield. Possession gained again. Just like that, the Rams are back on O'Donoghue. Short shift for him. We'll let Charlie Carroll come back in. And Rand will just work behind the net, allow the rest of the subs to cut in. But Rand goes quick. And Marshfield, good positioning by Couples to gain possession. Marshfield still trying to get their subs in. Rand decided to work quick and take a shot. And Couples with a great job to keep possession. Now Gibberti finds Rand, who goes to Carroll on the other side. This is how the Rams offense has been dominant all year. Working back and forth. Carroll lost his footing for a moment, still stays up. Two defenders on him momentarily, not a problem. Sullivan spinning around, goes back to Carroll, pops it up in the air, able to bring that one back down. Carroll out in front to Gibberti. Gibberti thought about a shot, gets tripped up, and a flag is gonna come in. Marshfield now knows they have the penalty. Coach is telling them right now, just settle in. Burn as much clock, try and get another shot before we get this penalty. Working back and forth, fires out in front, lost it for a second. Charlie Carroll's gonna run up, save it from going all the way behind. Sullivan lost it momentarily, under 7:30 remaining in the first period. Delayed penalty coming for Marshfield with the flag down. Still possession game. This is Carroll, gets by one, working to the left. Carroll takes a shot. I think he found the back of the net. He did. Didn't find that one go in. The penalty gets waved off. And off the delayed penalty, Marshfield puts home another goal. Both Gibberti and Carroll go to work early. Again, Marshfield just knowing the situation so well, not forcing the issue on the penalty, and just able to find the shot they want. They know that if the ball goes in favor of Walpole, it'll just be a penalty, go back to them. Great discipline by the Rams, and a 2-0 lead with 7:15 remaining. O'Brien, another face-off, another win as he scoops it to McGettrick, who's going to sprint to the 50, get that touch all the way to the 30, and will fire behind the net to Sullivan as the Rams subs getting ready to come in. Rand back in, Gibberti and Carroll about to come next. And all of them will get subbed in. Final pieces, O'Donoghue, and he gets Carroll in. Gibberti will handle. And Marshfield once again will just settle in. Carroll fires to Rand. Back at that 30. Rand, good juke move, makes the defender miss. Gets a good screen, trying to work his way inside, and he got it. Rand takes a shot and scores! Will Rand with the fancy footwork. The juke left, the spin the other side, hitting every button on his controller, and finds the back of the net. A 3-0 lead for Marshfield early, 6:24 remaining. Picking right up where they left off. And you can just hear that Marshfield crowd. It is packed here at James G. Anderson. O'Brien, another face-off win. We've seen this before. He can go coast to coast. O'Brien, he does it again. Sam O'Brien right off the face-off. Takes it all the way to the net. A fourth goal for the Rams.
In the net.
Those goals were separated by about 3 seconds. Sam O'Brien flies off the face-off. Another game where it feels like Marshfield can do no wrong here in the first. A timeout is going to be taken, and the Marshfield crowd will tell you exactly how they feel. 4-0 your score, 6:17 remaining in the first. We're going to take a break and be right back here on Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.
Welcome back. O'Brien will fling this face-off all the way back to Tommy Carroll. And the Rams are on offense once again. Good pass to Couples to get the touch at the 30. Couples actually broke through a lot of defenders. Out in front to Sullivan. Another goal! Nick Couples evades defenders left and right. Finds the gap. Finds John Sullivan. And a 5th goal picked up for the Rams in the span of less than 30 seconds. One mistake just like that with Couples bouncing off 2 defenders and just taking it right to the goal. Finds Sullivan out in front, 6:01 remaining. O'Brien, face-off goes to attacking zone. O'Brien still poking that one away and will gain possession. Already has the touch. Rams might look to work quick here again. Coaching advising against it right now. Want to get their subs in. McGettrick will come out. Charlie Carroll will come in. And that whole attack unit for the Rams getting ready to sub back in. Rand comes in for O'Brien. And the final piece, as always, O'Donoghue and Gibberti taking each other out. 5:30 remaining in the first. Rams will just settle in once again. Gibberti right in between that 35-40 yard line for the Rams. Give it off to Will Rand as Marshfield will just let the clock wind down. This is Carroll, gets inside, fires behind to Sullivan, reverse field to Couples. Couples spinning back and forth, trying to find that open avenue to attack, couldn't find it. We'll go back to Sullivan, behind the net. Sullivan looking for a shot, it was walled off. And the Rams attacking once again. Will Rand takes a shot, a big save, and we're heading the other way. That was the first save of the day for Justin Hutnick, the goalie, for Walpole, and they will work the other way. Walpole already got their touch, so the first time the Rams are on defense. So what we'll see right now, Davin True doing a great job face guarding, but a spin move inside, and Walpole will control and just work behind the net. Jake Dernier once again in net. Phenomenal game by the whole defense last time around. I'm sure they would love to repeat that performance going into today. Rest of the defenders come in. It's McGettrick, True, Fakaisen, Carroll, just some of the names out here. O'Donoghue as well. Walpole working it back and forth. Trying to find that open seam. Good job by Charlie Carroll, bouncing back and forth, and he's going to get the turnover off the pass. And Charlie Carroll can fly. A spin move to the 30. He's going to get to the 50, Now he'll get the touch at the 30. Rams will settle back in. Robbins coming in. Couples getting ready as well to check back in. And Charlie Carroll is going to need a breather. Subs coming in and out right now. Robbins settles down, wanted to speed it up, but both Couples and Gibberti will come back in. Whole Marshfield bench is just hyped right now. One of the voices you always hear, McGettrick, immediately comes to the sideline. Impressed with Marshfield's defense. Rand will come in as well. And Marshfield just settling in under 3 minutes, 2:52 to be exact. remaining in the first. Rand working to his right, gets by one. Second one comes to wall him off. There was a legal check going as Will Rand, so turnover going the other way. And Walpole will go to work right now. They've had trouble getting out of this end early. The whole Marshfield attack tried to wall him off, couldn't quite get there, and coming to get the touch at the 30, he does. McGettrick with a stick check, trying to get him off the mark. The rest of Walpole will just settle in. Walpole working this one around. Again, this Marshfield defense does not give up a lot of space. Working this one inside. Jaden Silva, who returned to the lineup. Back in, definitely a huge part of this team. Ball is loose. Bodies being laid. Penalty momentarily goes against Marshfield. No one hitting the penalty box just yet. Jaden Silva will guard. Now Fakaisen behind the net. Walpole just trying to find an opening right now. Silva doing a great job. They fire to the other side, gets tripped up, and here comes a flag coming in. So we're going to see the first actual penalty all the day. There was a flag thrown earlier, but the Rams scored on the delayed penalty. Looks like it's probably going against Davin True here.
Marshfield penalty will be released at 30 seconds in the first quarter. 30 seconds, a 1 minute penalty released at 30 seconds.
So a 1 minute penalty going against Davin True, and a man advantage picked up for Walpole, the first opportunity they have had so far today. That man advantage, good job by O'Donoghue poking that one away. They reverse size the shot, able to get to the back of the net of Dernier. And just like that, Walpole finally gets on the board with a minute 15 remaining in the first.
Puts Walpole on the board. Marshfield penalty is released.
So, as you heard from Mr. Landry, the Marshfield penalty has been released. We're back to even strength with a minute 15. O'Brien, another huge face-off win. They're going to use his speed, bounces off one defender, and doesn't lose the ball at all. O'Brien, no one's picked him up this early. O'Brien still able to hold on to the ball right now. And he's triple-teamed. O'Brien still not letting up, getting whacked, and Marshfield's going to take a timeout as O'Brien almost turned that one over. He wants a slash. Marshfield's not going to get it. 51.9 remaining. Your score 5-1. We're going to take a break, but we'll be back here on Marshfield Community.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.
Welcome back for that quick timeout by Marshfield. Under a minute remaining, and Marshfield going to try and get the final shot right here. Quick timeout by Marshfield as O'Brien had 3 guys on him and was in danger of turning it over for Marshfield. So a quick timeout, down to 35 seconds remaining in the first. This is Carroll going to work behind the net of Hutnick. Carroll spinning, weaving, and scores. Yes, he does. Didn't even see that one. That's how fast Carroll was moving. And a second goal for Charlie Carroll, a 6-1 lead. This Marshfield offense can do no wrong right now. O'Brien face-off, time winding down. O'Brien with another win. No one's picking O'Brien up early, so he'll take advantage. Couples spinning inside. Couples getting held, no call, in Marshfield almost turned that one over. It's still up in the air. The goalie was behind the net. Ball still loose with 5 seconds remaining. Scoop it up in front of the net. Sullivan! Oh my God! With time winding down, Sullivan finds the back of the net. Couples just dancing back and forth. That ball was everywhere. No one could scoop it up. Finally, a Ram gets a hold of it, puts it to Sullivan in front of the net. And I think we're going to get a little extra time here. 0.9 is what's going to go up on the clock. So another O'Brien face-off will take us to the end of the first. O'Brien's face-off. He'll get a quick touch on it, and that will do it for the first period of action. A 7-1 lead for the Rams. A dominant first period, just like they had just the other day. Marshfield on top by 6. We're going to take a break and be right back here for the rest of the coverage on Marshfield Community Media. Don't go anywhere.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.
Welcome back to Marshfield Community Media's coverage of the Lacrosse third round matchup. A dominant 7-1 period in favor of the Rams. O'Brien won the faceoff, then turned it over early. Walpole instantly gets a touch going downhill. Big checks by the Rams. Ball gets loose. Still loose. Marshfield trying to come up on top with it. Fakaisen pokes around. And the touch definitely gained by the side of Walpole, so subs coming in favor of them. Tommy Carrolettos will come in the midfield. Marshfield just looking to set up their defense right now. It's been good so far. Only 1 goal off a penalty let up. Player spinning back and forth on True, doing a good job keeping him in front. O'Brien comes up to make the hit and will force them all the way back to about that 30-yard line. A spin and trying to get to the middle. Thought about a shot. Now they shoot a great shot and a great goal on Dernier. Gets that top left of the net.
Braden McCarroll for Walpole.
And a huge goal picked up for Walpole. Trying to get back into this one. 1 minute and 2 seconds down. 10:58 remain in the second. And Marshfield, not a great start to a second period. O'Brien's face-off momentarily stopped. O'Brien, face-off gets loose, but O'Brien is going to win that one out again. Lost it for a moment. Able to handle, and Marshfield trying to get that clear quickly. They do. Good pass to get that touch of the 30, but it was lost. Ball still loose, goes up in the air. Everyone lost it. Walpole comes up with it. Deep pass the other way. Too far, and will go out of bounds. Will be Marshfield ball. Walpole coach extremely unhappy with that play right there. Too far of a pass, a chance for Walpole to go back on the attack. Goes in favor of the Rams. And that attacking unit already on for Marshfield. Clock is running. Carroll will fire to Gibberti. Get that cleared to the 50. And Gibberti will jog this one in, get the touch at the 30. And the rest of the Rams will settle in as that whole offensive unit already checked in. Off of the turnover, Charlie Carroll calling for it. Sees an avenue. Carroll working to his right. Goes back in front. The shot will go wide of the net of Hudnick. And will stay Marshfield possession. Good job by both Couples and Sullivan behind the net. Back underway. Sullivan working. Behind the net spinning. Goes to Couples. Couples to Rand, and Marshfield will reset. At the top of the attack, this is Gibberti. Gibberti with a man on, fakes a pass, is gonna work back inside, another fake pass. Gibberti lost it, got it poked away on a check, and Walpole is heading the other way. The defensive unit getting ready to check in for the Rams. Walpole gets that touch at the 30, as Rand and Silva both chase all the way back. Marshfield trying to get their subs in on defense. Walpole trying to work that offense as well. O'Donoghue comes in to play that midfield. Rand kind of stuck in no man's land right now, having to play on defense. I think Walpole knows it. They're trying to attack him right now. Rand. Good job so far working behind the net. Walpole firing it around. Gibberti still in as well. It's that defense trying to check in, making a move, tries to take a shot. Great defense by Fakaisen, who's able to scoop it up. And Fakaisen just trying to buy time right now, get that clear. He does, he's gonna shovel it back in, but goes wide of a Marshfield player. And Walpole's on the run if they can get by True. But good defense by Davin True. Make Walpole reset. That attacking unit still in for the Rams. Gibberti still in, Rand as well. Charlie Carroll, you could say, but he's playing a little bit of defense in mid. Walpole will settle in. They get out in front. Big save by Dernier. It'll be out of bounds and stay in possession of Walpole, but a great job by Jake Dernier. Uses that stick to just pop that ball up and away. And a big time stop for the Marshfield defense. Not out of the thick of it yet. Tommy Carroll will come back in. We're going to play that midfield, and the subs in for the Rams. This is Couples laying a check. O'Donoghue will switch on. Walpole moving it back and forth. That ball goes just high of one of their players, and a reset. Settle this one back in with Couples guarding. 7:55 remaining in the half. Walpole works inside. Another great shot. Gets past Dernier again. And what was a 7-1 lead going into the second gets chopped away to a 7-3 lead. Marshfield lost a little bit of their attacking foot so far this period. Haven't gotten those big long stretches of them controlling it on offense yet. I think that's when this Ram team is at their best, when their attack is always on and they can rely on their defense to be able to make turnovers when they're not on offense. O'Brien fire this face-off back, will scoop it up, and possession gain. O'Brien makes one miss, gonna fire in front to McGettrick, who lost it for a moment. McGettrick can't scoop it up. Marshfield got the touch at least, ball still loose, goes to O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue! Oh, he's gonna score! The defenseman able to find the ball in the loose pile. Not something you see every day. The defenseman runs the whole length of the field. The Marshfield crowd giving him an ovation right now.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.
7:33 remains in the first half. That is O'Brien. Another face-off. He's going to scoop that one up immediately. Already has the clear. Carroll tries to set him a screen, that is. Didn't quite get there. O'Brien just trying to find the touch. Being denied right now. Really good job by Walpole. Marshfield really needed to get that touch. They could not. It's going the other way. Ball gets loose. Good check by Jaden Silva. And the rest of them need to recover right now. They go out in front. The shot! A huge save! Jake Dernier in a one-on-one. Pokes that away. The senior shows up big. And Marshfield's on the run. O'Brien with 2 on. Marshfield's going to take a timeout and weather that storm. A huge defensive effort for the Rams. 6:59 remaining. 8-3 your score. We'll be back here on Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.
We're back from that Marshfield timeout. Wind has picked up a little bit here. So if you're hearing a little extra feedback coming from either of the mics, that's what it is. It actually blew over the tripod for just a second here. Crazy stuff, but it's a little windy up here on the press box. Marshfield, after that timeout, gets that touch at 30, and now they will just settle in to their offense. This is Carroll, works inside the shot. Big save by Hutnick. The rebound, a huge check by the Rams. Carroll's going to take one from the back. Marshfield unhappy with it, and they're going to get the call. The bench is fired up immediately. They thought that should be a cross check to the back. Carroll got laid out. So the Rams are going to get the call. John Sullivan will work behind the net with Nick Couples. Sullivan actually got a step inside. Sullivan, a shot. Goes off a defender. Still loose. And Marshfield, this is where a lot of their goals have come right now, playing out of the system and playing wild. Carroll gets ripped from the net. There's a flag. I was going to be irate if that wasn't a call. Charlie Carroll taking a few huge shots in the last 30 seconds of game time. I don't even know what the penalty is. I just knew that was for sure a penalty. So it will be a hold. Go against number 5, a 30-second penalty. 6:03 on the clock, 5:33. That's when penalty will be released. So the first time Marshfield has been on a penalty here. There was a delay earlier, and they just scored before the penalty could even happen. Rand rips a shot. That one is going to go way high. And it's going to say hello to the bricks right by the gym of the high school. Body position keeps it in favor of Marshfield. Charlie Carroll, feeling lucky, takes a shot, finds the back of the net. And you know what? No luck about it. The sharp shooting from Charlie Carroll already picked up a hat trick, a 9th goal for the Rams. Give this team an inch, they'll take a mile. Penalty only lasted for like 15 seconds. Marshfield crowd hyped up right now, back to that sizable lead at 9-3. Carroll gets his 3rd. O'Brien, another face-off. He's going to swing it back to McGettrick, who's going to bounce off a couple of checks. McGettrick gets by 3 and already gets that touch to the 30, and now will settle in, fire it back to O'Donoghue. And Marshfield subs getting ready to come in. O'Donoghue dancing back and forth, just waiting for these subs to come in. Rand will replace O'Brien. And the rest of that attack unit getting ready to follow. O'Donoghue will fire to Rand on the near sideline. Excuse me, that was Sullivan who got it. O'Donoghue just checked out. Charlie Carroll will come in, and McGettrick will get replaced by Gibberti. .455 remaining in the first half. Marshfield offense getting settled in. This is where they found a lot of success, just getting that attack unit in. Carroll denies the screen, goes back to Gibberti. Gibberti rips a shot to go wide of the net. He took a shot on a stick right there that altered the shot, but good positioning by the Rams. Behind the net, Couples and Sullivan will keep it in favor of Marshfield. Couples spinning back and forth. Couples finds the back of the net. Nick Couples, who usually is setting other people up, decides to take it himself. A great spin move and a great goal by the senior captain. 10-3 your score, 4:34 remaining. Rams offense continues to be scorching hot. Rams enter double digits. Right now, O'Brien trying to win another faceoff, using the body to gain position, and it's one. O'Brien will fire to get that touch at the 30 with Couples. And Couples will just play keep away right now, get those subs in. Charlie Carroll will come in. Coaching staff comes over to give big congrats to Sam O'Brien. One of the huge parts of this team is how often they get on offense because of O'Brien on the faceoffs. Been a massive part to this team, a huge part of their success. The whole team knows it, the crowd knows it. A little bit of an unsung hero here. He goes coast to coast every now and then, but really other than that, he's there to just win the faceoff. Massively important. Rams bench will bark out the play. This is Rand working behind the net. Rand is going to make his move, gets inside. Rand tries to sneak one in. Ball still loose, not out of bounds. Marshfield trying to get on it. Check sticks unable to poke that one out. Walpole will control for now, and they're heading the other way. Big fire out in front, going to go wide, and another pass that is just going to go out of bounds. Another turnover by Walpole, and Marshfield will flip this and take possession. Robbins will check back in. Charlie Carroll outruns everyone to get the clear and then gets the touch at the 30. Carroll saw a little bit of daylight. Got a check, will fire. Just go the other way. Sullivan will go to Couples. Now Couples will work far in behind the net. Couples makes a move, will fire to Sullivan on the other end. And Marshfield just getting set. Rand is going to take a breather. Robbins will come in. Working the other way, Jaberti takes a shot that hits iron. And body positioning by the Rams. Once again, Jaberti knew it right away. He's going to get that touch with the position. And Rams will stay on offense here. Robbins at the 35 will go to work. Robbins working to the near side. Give it to Sullivan. Sullivan to Couples the other way. Couples makes a move inside, then goes back behind the net. Coach Barganauer now, he wants Sullivan and Couples to both work together behind that net. They almost ran into each other momentarily. So now it's Sullivan. He's going to get a screen from Couples. Sullivan had two on. He's actually going to turn it over. Walpole will take it away and be heading out Rams. Not going offsides right now. That defense needs to come in quick. O'Donohue comes in, almost just in time to pick that one off. But Walpole gets a touch at the 30, and now their own offensive unit will come in. 1:45 remaining in the half. Davin True, a good check to box Walpole all the way out, and they're going to have to reset. McGettrick and Sullivan both trying to come back in right now. Robbins doing a good job on the face guard, working inside. Another big hit. Forces Walpole to go behind their own net. Fire inside, a shot, and a goal scored. Couldn't quite see from this angle, but that one does find the back of the net. So Walpole with an answer. 10-4 lead, 1:16 remaining. And Walpole, I'll say, they're not really laying down and dying, kind of like what we saw last game. Marshfield was just able to dominate, at least scoring a couple goals here and there, trying to keep this one interesting, keeping the Rams honest. O'Brien, another face-off with 1:16. O'Brien hits it back in his own zone, and O'Brien gonna win that one out, loses it for a second, and Tommy Carroll's gonna scoop that one up. A stick check Bounces right off of Tommy Carroll. No one picked him up. Tommy Carroll heading downhill is just going to settle in. Thought he might shoot that one for a sec. It's going to go to Rand. Lets it bounce for a sec. Marshfield already with that early touch, getting ready for subs to come in. Tommy gets a round of applause. Great win to get the touch. Robbins will come in and sub him out. And first time we're seeing McLaughlin today, but he is coming to the game for attack as well. Robbins has one on. We'll fire the other way to McLaughlin. McLaughlin to Rand, and they're just going to play catch back and forth right now. Try and work the other side with Robbins. Robbins making a move inside, puts it behind the net to Couples, finds Sullivan. Sullivan, a juke, a spin move, gets walled off. Marshfield's offense. He's trying to find the seam right now. McLaughlin gets it to Robbins. Robbins gets checked. That ball gets loose, and Walpole's going to head the other way. But great defense by the Rams once again. Jaden Silva's going to poke that one loose, and time is going to wind down on the full field pass. That will do it for the first half of action. Marshfield 10, Walpole 4. And we're going to be here for the rest of the coverage on Marshfield Community Media. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for the second half.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.
Welcome back to Marshfield Community Media. Second half getting underway between this Marshfield versus Walpole playoff matchup. Rams with a very, very good first half, a 10-4 lead. Walpole trying to punch their way back up into this one. O'Brien's going to win another face-off, and Marshfield instantly gets that touch with Nick Couples, and the Rams are going to settle in. O'Brien will play keep away. Carroll will replace McGettrick. That Marshfield attacking unit getting ready to come back on. Rand will take out O'Brien. Carroll will handle right now, but just waiting for the rest of his unit to come in. Gibberti and O'Donoghue sub each other out, and this Marshfield attack is underway. First half, a little bit of stats for you. Gibberti had a goal. Charlie Carroll had 3. Rand O'Brien had 1 with O'Donoghue, and then John Sullivan had 2. That leads you to how the 10 goals were scored in the first half. You're just joining us. About a minute down, Marshfield ticking down this clock, playing this methodical offense that we have seen before. Just looking for the open seams. Rand, spin move, fakes a pass, gets one man to fall. Rand rips a shot. Huge time save by Hutnick. A good body positioning by John Sullivan behind the net will lead to another Ram possession. This is Sullivan working behind the net. We've seen him score a few goals this playoff run by flexing out. This is Charlie Carroll. Carroll gets inside, takes a shot. And a penalty against the Rams. I think goalie interference. It's going to be my guess there. Couldn't tell you exactly what it was. But ball will be turned over by Marshfield and head the other way with Walpole. They'll work with Hutnick behind the net. Hutnick will fire. That one goes wide. Marshfield trying to win this possession. Ball still loose. Tommy Carroll almost got it. Whacking away at it. Carroll fires it now. Fakaisen trying to get on it, and Walpole ends up coming up with that one. They need to get the touch here, and they do. Carroll, another big check with the stick, loosens up the ball for a second, but Walpole able to recover. 2 minutes down here in the second half. Carroll will face guard as they work behind the net of Dernier. Fires out in front, a shot and a goal, so Walpole will answer it now. Little by little, they keep on scoring to try and get back in.
Another goal for the Timberwolves, making it 10-5, cutting the lead in half with 9:38 left here in the third quarter.
Well, you heard Mr. Landry explain it perfectly. 10-5 your score. Marshfield unable to get a good look on offense so far in this third period. O'Brien trying to change that right now. A face-off win and an instant touch. He's going to fire it back behind. Dangerous for a second. McGettrick will fire it to Sullivan, and Sullivan just going to jog behind the net. Play a little bit of keep away and let these Rams subs come in. Charlie Carroll comes in for O'Brien. And Rand will come in for O'Donoghue. Gibberti, the last piece, getting ready to check in as McGettrick will get a breather. Good job by him playing keep away. And this Marshfield attacking unit is back on. 9 minutes remaining in the third period. Gibberti will control the far side of that 40-yard line, near side, excuse me. Carroll will go to work, gets a screen. Trying to find an open player. Pass to Rand, lost it for a second, but Rand able to scoop it back up. 40 remaining. Rand works inside, fires it to Schofield, who lost it momentarily. Rams trying to scoop it back up. It's still loose, but Walpole finally gets it. No! Sullivan with a big check, and he picks it up. And Marshfield keeps the possession alive. Couples goes to Gibberti. He likes to shoot. He's thinking about it. He does! And a huge save by Hutnick. Pass went high of a Walpole defender. They're trying to move the other way. They're able to get that right across the 50, get that clear, and they get the touch to the 30. Walpole trying to swing their way back into this one. 8 minutes remaining in the third. O'Donoghue will come in, and Tommy Carroll will take Gibberti, so that defensive unit getting prepared for the Rams. Walpole will just fire this ball around right now. McGettrick's going to come in, play that midfield position, let Tommy Carroll go in and get active, which he does immediately. Big checks by him and Davin True. Force Walpole off the spot for a second. Another big check. And able to keep that one in bounds is Davin True. And he's going to fire it the other way in Marshfield. Trying to get going. Fakaisen lost it momentarily. Gets it to Dernier. Dernier spins out of his own net. Gets it to Tommy Carroll. Marshfield crowd approves, and they're heading the other way. Carroll gets the big clear. He's going to run it in, go and get the touch. And he does in Marshfield. Happy they're back on offense now. A big-time defensive stop. Carroll's going to come out. Robin's going to come back in. Rand getting ready to come in as well. Marshfield will play keep away until then. O'Donoghue out, Rand in. And the attack is on for the Rams. Robbins fires behind to Sullivan, will cross field to Couples. Couples to Carroll, gets a step inside. Carroll scores! Charlie Carroll finds his fourth goal of the game.
Again.
And just like that, Marshfield, right when they get on offense and they can get set and find the shot they like, this team feels like it's unbeatable. 11-5 your score. 6:34 remaining in the third period of action. O'Brien getting set to take another face-off. So O'Brien went too quick, and Walpole are going to try and answer back off that big-time goal. O'Brien's going to sprint off. Robbins is going to come on. And the attack from Walpole is on. 6:30 remaining. Rams with a 6-goal lead. This defense, once again, back to full strength from where they were last time. Jaden Silva was unable to play in last game. He was actually up here in the press box with us filming for the team. Got a little bit of insight for him, and how much he means to this team cannot be understated. Keegan Holt did a good job, the freshman coming into sub when Silva was down, but I'm sure they're glad to have him back in. True, whacking away, trying to get inside, ball gets loose. Marshfield defense puts a stop to that initial push. Walpole trying to get active once again. Working inside, the shot, lost it momentarily, and Dernier is going to cover it up. They've tested Dernier a few times today. He's been able to answer the call, and the Rams are heading the other way. This is McGettrick. McGettrick on the run, already cleared, and gets the touch to the 30. And Marshfield will reset. This is Rand. Marshfield trying to get fired up in the final 5:20 of the third period. Charlie Carroll just got subbed in. And they're going to give Gibberti a breather and let Robbins continue to go to work right now. Something we've seen quite a few times. Robbins very flexible, will play on the defense and able to attack. Couples behind the net will give it to Rand. Rand will work this one far in behind the net. Rand makes a move, goes inside, spin moves back out, another spin move to flip sides. Rand fires, is going to go wide of the net. Good job by John Silva going on a run. We'll keep this in favor of Marshfield. Sullivan to Couples, and they'll go to Carroll. A little bit of a zone coming in right now. They're not fully guarding Charlie Carroll early. They'll fire back. Robbins, and a penalty will come in. It's going to go against the Timberwolves of Walpole. We saw Marshfield score a goal off this earlier in the first. Off a delayed penalty, they know that they can get away with a lot right now because even off of a turnover, possession will go back to Marshfield with the penalty. This is Rand working inside. We'll flex back out. Rand, a good spin move. Get it behind the net to Sullivan. Sullivan will go high and wide. And this is Carroll dancing back and forth. We'll work back to that far side. And all things considered, Marshfield doing a good job of just killing clock right now. Carroll works his way, thought about a jump shot, but will just settle and give it back to Robbins. Works it around the other side. Rand to Sullivan. Sullivan will work from around the net. Sullivan has an angle, takes a shot. Not going to find the back of the net. And this Marshfield penalty will now go into effect, or Walpole penalty, I should say, in favor of Marshfield. We're going to see what the call is. It's a slash, a 1-minute slashing penalty. Will go against the Timberwolves.
Slashing penalty, that is 1 minute. The Walpole penalty will be released at 2 minutes, 20 seconds. 2 minutes, 20 seconds.
Oh, you heard it. For Mr. Landry, a 1-minute slashing penalty coming in. Rams with a man advantage, 11-5, 3:15 remaining in the third. This is Carroll, fires. Gibberti takes a shot, big time save by Hutnick. Ball gets loose, a dive to try and get back onto the ball. It's everywhere right now, and the Rams scoop it up. Great hustle by Marshfield in that pile to keep the drive alive. They'll go to Carroll. Carroll back out in front. Rand takes a shot. Hits iron once again. Rand able to follow his own shot. Bounced all the way out. And Marshfield will continue the attack right now. Still on the penalty. About 20 seconds left. Gibberti goes high. Great positioning by the Rams. Sullivan chasing that one down. Exactly 20 seconds remaining in the penalty. Sullivan fakes the pass. Rand takes a shot. Will Rand goes top shelf off the fake pass. Marshfield finds 12. Will Rand's second goal of the game bring Marshfield up to 12 with 2:34 remaining. In a packed James G. Anderson field. Feeling it right now. Back to even strength off the penalty goal scored by the Rams. O'Brien will fire it back and win another face-off. McGettrick will scoop it up and he'll throw on the wheels crossing the 50 and will get the touch at the 30. And we'll just play keep away from there. McGettrick turned it over a few times here early, almost does here again. Fire it to Sullivan, who does a great job reversing field. And O'Donoghue tries to get on that one, and he does. So Marshfield doing a great job keeping it alive. Ball's loose once again. Walpole can't pick it up again. So Marshfield will attack off of that Sullivan. Will instead decide to just settle in and let that attacking unit come in. This Marshfield team, as good as they play in system, when things get a little chaotic, they are just as good out of the system. Carroll will come in as well as Gibberti. Round of applause coming in right now by the Marshfield crowd. And McGettrick getting the love for keeping that possession alive with the hustle. This is Charlie Carroll, who got to step inside, fires out in front. Schofield's jump shot won't go. A rebound, Sullivan is gonna go wide. Couples is gonna chase it down, and Nick Couples will win the race. Keep it in favor of Marshfield. The Marshfield coaches, everyone fired up right now. You can hear the crowd here at James G. smelling blood in the water. Couples will fire to Carroll in front of the net. Carroll trying to work back in, gets walled off by two defenders, will fire to Robbins, go other side to Gibberti. Gibberti just backing up, trying to get this Marshfield offense set. We'll give it to Robbins, right in the center of that Marshfield attack. Robbins goes outside, spins back in, gets it inside, trying to get it to Schofield, couldn't get there. Sullivan gets it behind the net, bounces off one check. We'll just get it back to Couples. Couples tries to fire this one inside to Schofield, but Hutnick will just tuck that one away. And with 40 seconds, we're heading the other way. Walpole trying to fire it in, ball gets loose. Marshfield trying to get on it, it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Marshall will stay in favor of Walpole. Time winding down under 30. And Walpole trying to get one last shot to end this period on a high note. 20 seconds remaining. Tommy Carroll will come in on the midfield if the Rams are going to stop. Great job by the Marshfield defense. Ball gets loose, rolling all the way. Couldn't quite get to that 50. A check by Hannigan. Shut down. Oh, what a hit! Laid down by Carroll. A shot saved by Dernier. It's going to go loose. A flag is going to come in. I think that's going to do it for the period. So at the end of 3, Marshfield 12, Walpole Timberwolves with 5. Marshfield crowd very happy with that one. We're going to have a flag. So when we come back from the break, we're going to let you know what that's all about.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.
Welcome back, Marshfield Community Media. We're in the final period of action. If Marshfield can hold on to their 7-goal lead, there's a penalty. It'll be about a minute on the Rams. Went against Jaden Silva. Walpole firing this one around. Take a shot. Another great goal that just goes right between Dernier.
Cuts the lead in half at 12-6.
So Walpole in the first 16 seconds, able to get a goal, make it 12-6. Penalty will be released, and we're back to full strength. And the rest of the defense, both True and Fakaisen, went over to Dernier, let him know, hey, it's all good. You got to keep your head in the game. As someone who has gotten to know Jake Dernier a little bit over the years, that kid's confidence will not falter at all. O'Brien, another face-off win, sprint to the 30 and get an early touch. McGettrick will come out, Charlie Carroll will come on, and John Sullivan doing a great job playing keep away. Rand comes in as well, and Gibberti, the last piece, will replace O'Donoghue, and the whole Rams starting attack unit is on. Rand settles this one in. That one almost got taken away, and an inerrant pass right there will lead to a Marshfield turnover. I think both Gibberti and Carroll look confused. Official says that no Walpole Timberwolf touched it. So we're heading the other way. Couples, good pressure. Hutnick all the way out of his net. will fire. That was dangerous for a second with the pressure from Sullivan. Full field pass picked off, heading the other way. This is Charlie Carroll with speed, working all the way down that sideline. Will settle back in. Will fire to O'Donoghue, and the Rams offense trying to check back in. Still have half of them out here. This is Sullivan. Will work the near sideline. O'Donoghue will come out. Rand will come back in. And we're back to square one where we just were. Whole offensive unit for the Rams is in. And Rand will start off with the ball once again. Faking a juke move, a spin. Rand working his way inside. He's going to find Couples. Couples will go to Sullivan. And they'll flip sides from behind the net. Sullivan taking a couple of checks. Will just settle back in. Fire to Carroll. Carroll's going to get downhill with a head of steam. Bounces off one. Still trying to find that avenue of attack, but we'll go from Sullivan to Couples. Couples. Bounces off of one. Fire the other side. Gibberti. Gibberti will make the run to the middle. Get it to Rand. Rand to Couples behind the net. Couples will cross to Gibberti, makes one man miss. Gibberti takes a shot. Big save by Hutnick. The rebound, Gibberti fires again. And Marshfield still on this ball, but the Timber will scoop it up and they'll head the other way. Couples couldn't fully get his stick underneath it. Hannigan will come in. And just like that, ball gets loose once again. Hannigan will scoop it up. And he's going to get the touch. Play a little bit of keep away. Fire to Sullivan. Carroll will come out, Robbins will come in, and Hannigan will come out for Kavanaugh. So the attack is on for the Rams. All the subs they want, and it's Robbins. Fire behind the net to Sullivan on the near side. Sullivan spinning away, going to work, gets two men on, and then we'll fire back to Robbins and reset. Burning clock right now are the Rams. 8:35 remain into the fourth. Kavanaugh to Couples. Couples will reverse the other way to Sullivan. Sullivan making a move. Tries to take a shot. It's going to go off a defender of Walpole and will stay in favor of the Rams. Rams will work once again. Couples on that far side. Get back to Kavanaugh. Gives it to Robbins. And now to Sullivan, gets it to Rand, who's working behind the net. Rand comes up, gets a screen from Schofield. Rand works inside, takes a shot wide of the net. Schofield takes a quick little run, will keep it in favor of Marshfield. 8:02 remaining in the fourth. And a 12-6 lead in favor of Marshfield. This is Rand. Spin back in, oh that's Couples, excuse me, get it to Sullivan. Sullivan working his way inside. Sullivan takes a couple of hits, loses the ball, and is able to scoop it back up himself. So Sullivan avoids disaster to Robbins, makes one miss. Robbins will spin back around and fire behind to Couples. Now to Kavanaugh, takes a shot, and he scores! Rams just working it back and forth. Kavanaugh finds the back of the net. A 13th goal picked up for Marshfield.
They've got 13 goals for the Rams now.
.737 remaining in the fourth. The Cavalanches. Mr. Landry just said, O'Brien, another face-off win. Lost it for a second. Tries to fire it back to a teammate. No one's home. Walpole finally scoops it back up. And they get that touch past the 30. Walpole attack will come back on. The Timberwolves trying to get back into this one. Time not in their favor. Work behind the net. Out in front. Dernier covers it up. Instantly put a shutdown to that. Dernier will still handle behind his own net. Fire the other way. And Marshfield needs to get it over. Dernier will fire. Trying to get that touch. Actually, great job by McGettrick, who doesn't stop. McGettrick out in front, Schofield! Oh, couldn't quite find the net, but Marshfield still with possession. McGettrick will come off, Bertie will come on. And it'll be rolled. Actually heard the coaching staff joke on the sideline saying, can't be selfish, rip that one. McGettrick's trying to find a goal in the playoffs. Rand goes to work, takes a shot, saved by Hutnick. And a big check by Sullivan will lead to the ball getting loose. Sullivan, possession in front. Sullivan, shot gonna go wide. Schofield's gonna make the run and regain possession for Marshfield. Rand makes a juke move, puts it out in front, the shot, the score! Nick Couples, the senior captain, able to put one in, a 14th picked up. Me neither. 5:58 remaining in the fourth. O'Brien will take another face-off. O'Brien does a great job and just straight up wins that one in the circle. Will fire the other way. Hannigan to Carroll. Carroll looking to shoot. He does. He scores! Tommy Carroll! And he points the bow and arrow to the crowd and lets one fly. TC3 gets a goal with an all-time PA job by Mr. Landry. Marshfield continues their dominance. The two Carroll brothers fired up right now. Charlie came right off the bench to celebrate with Tommy. 15 is now the number for the Rams. O'Brien, another face-off, gets loose for a second. O'Donoghue tries to get on it. O'Donoghue just trying to stick check everyone away. McGettrick comes in, a flag is going to come in, and O'Brien getting whacked at, but whistles are blown. O'Brien gets a little extra check on him. He's not happy with it, and another flag comes in. O'Brien is unhappy, as he's saying he got hit well after the play. And I got to tell you, I'll agree with him, but two flags being thrown right now. Trying to figure everything out right now. O'Brien just had some stuff said to him after the play, got whacked well after that whistle was blown and still got slashed. Went back and said something. So we're gonna listen into the official right now and tell you exactly what the call is. O'Donoghue got the initial penalty. So it's a conduct penalty on O'Brien and then a slash on O'Donoghue.
Marshall penalty will be released at 5:03. Second Marshall penalty will be released at 4:33.
And thank you, Mr. Landry, for doing that quick math for me. So Marshall will be down 2 for quite a while right now. O'Donoghue will be released in 30. And then O'Brien in a minute. Rams down 2 right now, I'll tell you. If they can kill this one off, what a statement that would be. They go out in front. I think they scored right there. Wasn't a whole lot of celebration. They did score. So it appears I spoke a little bit too soon. Coach having a word with both O'Donoghue and O'Brien right now. I assume telling him to keep a level head as they're 5 minutes away from advancing. Marshfield back to full strength. O'Brien on a face-off is going to win that one out. O'Brien heading the other way. We'll touch on the 30. A flag is going to come in. And O'Brien fired up right now as he got his call. The rest of the team happy for him. Schofield will come out to a round of applause as well. It's a 1-minute slashing penalty going against the Timberwolves.
Will be released at 4:15. Slashing penalty on Walpole. 1 minute. Will be released at 4 minutes and 15 seconds.
So Marshfield with a man advantage will go to work on the offensive end. Jaberti thought about it, will fire it the other way to Carroll. Back to Jaberti, working it all the way around. Marshfield is right now. That one goes just wide. And Fakaisen trying to save it, going out of bounds. He does, and Rand scoops it up. The Timberwolves are furious right now. They wanted an offside. They won't get it. Carroll to Rand. Rand rips a shot, saved by Hutnick. Going the other way as bodies are going to hit, and a little extra going right now as True is going to throw his hands up saying, hey, I'm not a part of that at all. Gotten a little chippy here down the stretch. Timberwolves heading the other way. Good check by Marshfield. That's Carroll poking it out. Silva tasked with guarding this. 4:20 remaining. And a good turnover by Marshfield. Does work behind the net. Leads to a turnover. Rams will be heading the other way. Telling you, nothing has gone the Timberwolves' way so far today as far as penalties. They're not getting the ones they want. Have been really unable to crack this Marshfield defense unless they had an advantage. And Marshfield will just settle in, tick this one down. 3:50 remaining. Tommy Carroll going to work. And Sullivan unable to handle that pass. It will head the other way with Walpole, that defensive unit getting ready to check in. Hannigan, the first one to go. Walpole trying to get this one out. Good pressure by the Rams. Runs past Couples. Sullivan comes in to lay a check. Marshfield trying to poke this one loose. The clear is gained. We thought a timeout was called. So we're back to playing. He thought a timeout was called. The ref said timeout. Timberwolves said no. They go out in front. Ball gets loose as we continue play here. Carroll tries to scoop it up. Hannigan trying to get on it. Great stick work by the Rams. Under 3 minutes remaining. Fires it behind the net. That finds nobody. And just gives the Rams the ball for free. Timberwolves have just not been consistently efficient on the offensive end. Another turnover. Marshfield heading the other way. And frustration brewing down on that Timberwolves sideline right now. Fire out in front to the 50. Couples. Marshfield trying to get the touch. Couples wants to do himself, but will fire the other way. And Sullivan will go and get it. That's Carroll, excuse me, working inside. Takes a shot that goes wide. And Sullivan actually is the one who makes the run. Robbins will come in. Marshfield still with possession. Sullivan spinning off of two. Sullivan in front of the net. Takes a shot. Gets laid out and scores! John Sullivan is unguardable. Puts home another, and extra still coming from the side of Walpole, but Marshfield will celebrate that goal. as Charlie Carroll waves goodbye. We didn't catch that on the camera. Carroll gave the bench a little goodbye. I'll tell you, it's these last 4 minutes, it's picked up a little bit. It's gotten a little more chippy. And Marshfield right now is going to huddle up, tell all their guys, you know, chances are we're moving on. We're going to advance. Don't want to do anything that would just flat out be stupid, cost them anything in the future. And we're going to get the call from the official here in a second. So, unsportsmanlike conduct is the call. Both teams get it.
1 minute locked in. Both penalties will be released at 1 minute, 15 seconds.
So Charlie Carroll,
Both
one of the aggressors of that,
will be released at 1 minute, 15 seconds.
Thank you for that, Mr. Landry. Both locked in and not released until a minute 15. And, you know, hopefully, and we're hoping, you know, you watching back at home, we just want this to come to an end. This game is just flat out over, up 16-7. Little chippiness, I get it's the playoffs that happens, but just like to see this one come to an end. No one gets hurt. O'Brien on the face-off, gonna win another, scoops it up himself, loses it for a moment, and it's loose. Rams trying to get on it, but whistles are blown. Foul will go against Marshfield, and we'll head the other way in favor of the Timberwolves. So we are underway. Schofield with the chase and the check, not going to poke that one free. All of the Rams trying to get this one away. No pass early by the Timberwolves. Finally, they're going to clear it. That was a dangerous pass, almost picked off. They'll control it nonetheless. Fakaisen comes up to pressure along with True. True knocks down a player. Fakaisen scoops it up, and we're heading the other way. Fakaisen on the run to the 50. Fire it, gets the touch at the 30. Rams are on, out in front. The shot is going to go high and wide by McGettrick. The whole bench wanted him to shoot that one and wanted it to go in. And look at McGettrick right now on the side. Wanted that one. Sullivan gets doubled behind the net. It will go to Rand. Minute 20 remaining. Rand run this one all the way back out to his own 45. Will fire back into Couples. Playing catch. Both penalties are going to be released. Both 13s will take the field for both teams. And as Robbins handles and will pass to Carroll, we are under a minute remaining. Carroll to Robbins. Robbins will just dance this one all the way back out. And I'll go to the other way to Charlie Carroll. Carroll makes a move, and the Marshfield crowd starting to feel they're advancing right now. Applause coming in. Everyone's starting to celebrate to 30 seconds remaining. Sullivan just playing keep away, and everyone trying to get a turnover on the Timberwolves side. And they actually are going to get it. They fire it. A stick is going to poke that one away, but Marshfield, again, will just scoop this one up. Down to 10 seconds. The cowbells are ringing. Fire to the other way, try and get one last goal. They actually do find the back of the net of Dernier here late, so we're going to have another face-off. 1.2 seconds will be remaining on the clock. So we're going to see one last face-off by Sam O'Brien, who was fantastic on the day. Put Marshfield in a position to win. O'Brien's going to scoop it up, and just like that, Marshfield is going to advance. We'll let Landry tell you the call.
Are going to go to the Final Four.
Another Marshfield Sports season, another team heading to the Final Four. And just like that, the Rams are going to get the win versus the Walpole Timberwolves. Final score, 16-8. Your top goal scorers, Charlie Carroll had 4, Will Rand had 2, and John Sullivan had 2. Dernier phenomenal in net. O'Brien fantastic in center field. The whole defense for the Rams played their part with Silva, True, Fakaisen. If there's anyone I'm forgetting, I'm sure you'll hear their name next game. Everyone on this team can play, and that's going to do it here for us on Marshfield Community Media. Thank you for joining us. We hope you check out the rest of our YouTube channel. We will keep covering sports as far as they go. Will Nicholson on the mic, Heather Allen on the camera. Thank you for joining us on Marshfield Community Media, and go Rams!
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by our silver sponsor, McNamara Financial. When it comes to your money and your financial affairs, let the McNamara family help you. There are 4 certified financial planner practitioners at McNamara Financial Services. For more information, call 781-834-2010 or visit us at mcnamarafinancial.com. And by our bronze sponsor, Work Local, flexible office and workspace on Boston's South Shore.